Okay. So, today we will discuss the implementation of linked list to see the uh, continuation of explanation of this code. Let us present the overall concept of linked list, and from that note we will discuss the coding. Okay. Yeah, screen is visible. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Was our This was our PDF file containing which we are explaining the coding. Okay, manipulation of linked list. Okay. Uh, so here I told you that this is the main definition of the node of the structure. I told you, I am telling you again that this is not in your syllabus. The practical, this lab is not in your syllabus, but since this is a subject, the topic, if you don't see the code, if you don't understand the code, practically just studying this subject will be of no use. So uh, that's why I am discussing, and you will uh, enjoy the code. I think if you once you will be able to write the code by yourself at your home, so it will be good for you. Okay, but no question should come from these practical, from this code. Right? The theoretical questions you will be getting, but still it is very useful for you in campus interview if you appear in any IT company. Okay, okay. Let us just repeat the code up to the point what we left with. We have taken some functions for the different operations to manipulate the code, right? And this also I discussed. Now, what is NDPTR? I discussed. I think yes.
Yes, sir.
Here is our type. We have given the name. You can choose any other name, but a significant name should be given always. So NDPTR is a type which describes the pointer to node type structure. This is our node structure. The structure has two components. The structure has two components. One is the data part, another is the address part. Address of what? For what? Address is for getting the knowledge of the next node. Means this next variable holds the address of the next node so that we can get a sequence of the links, right? Because it's a dynamic memory allocation. So it is not that all the spaces will be allocated at the same time. So since it is not being allocated at the same time, it is getting allocated at different times. So definitely at different locations, this node will be allocated in the memory. So to keep track of the nodes, we are supposed to hold the address of the next node always. Okay. So you can, if we start traversing from the root node, we can reach to the end of the node. We can reach to the end of the list. Okay. And this is the only information we will be having at our disposal. That is the address of the root node. And this address of the root node is this root or head contains the address of the root node or head node. I told you these are two different things. This head or root in program we have given the name root, not head. You can give the name head also. Okay, but most of the book follow this term root. That's why I have given the name root in my code. So this root or root node, these two uh, things are different. Root, here root contains the address or base address of the root node, and this is a root node. So root node or first node contains two components, data items and next item, like all other nodes. but root contains only the address, not the node as a whole. Okay, so we will be always starting our traversal from the first node to the end of list for enter manipulation of the list. When there was no node is present in the list, when there was no node present in the list, root was null, root will be null. That's why we started our program assigning the root as null. Got it? Means at this
Yes,
point,
sir.
no node created. Now we are asking from the user how many nodes you want to create. So through n we have taken that number of nodes what user will opt. Okay, that number of nodes. For that number of nodes we have taken a for loop which will repeat n times for the n number of nodes to add in the list. And each time the create function is doing what? Create function is adding a node in the list. If there is no node for the first time, create function will add the first node in the list, right? So after the first node being added, the content of the root is going to change, because when there was no node, content of the root was null. When there was no node, now when we will add our first node in the list, so this will be assigned by the address of the first node. So null will be replaced by the address, base address of the first node, right? Means we are going to change the content of the root, isn't it? So to change the content of the root from outside main, we have to pass the address of root. What we discussed in the last class, that to change the content of any variable of main from outside of main, from a function, we must pass the address of the variable, otherwise that change will not be reflected in the main, right? Since main is a variable, sorry, root is a variable of main function, and we want to change the content of root, value of the root, from a function, from a create function, not from within main, from outside of the main, because main ends here. From outside of the main, from within a function create, we must pass the address of the root, because we are going to change the value of the root. Okay, fine. So what kind of variable will hold the address of the root? Definitely a pointer variable, but it is not a single pointer, it will be double pointer, since root by itself is a pointer, isn't it? Root by itself is a pointer. See, here I have declared the root as ndptr, and you can see that ndptr is struct node star to star. So NDPTR type of variable always must be a pointer type, pointer to node type structure. So root is a pointer variable, and we are passing the address of the root. Means, so here R, the variable which is catching the address of R, must be pointer to node type structure. If you replace this NDPTR by this struct node star, so we will get struct node star, then star, double star, struct node star R, right? Struct node star is replaced by ndptr. So definitely R is a pointer to node type structure, isn't it? This is clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now that's why every time when we are calling the create function, we are passing the address of the root, and we are also passing the data part. Here I have taken only one data in our node. You can put multiple data. You can put a complete record comprising of so many fields: name, your age, salary for the employee, post, everything you can put. But for the sake of our convenience to write a program, we are only taken only one data. Okay, you can put multiple data. So that data part needs to be sent. That's why, and we are asking from the user for each time when we are adding a single node, every time to add every node in the list, we are asking from the user what will be the data part for that particular node. Each and every node has its own data part. So each time we have to ask the data part from the user also. That is what we have done here. We are asking from the user what is the data part for the node you are going to create, and that we are taking by the x variable. Okay, and we are passing this x and address of root to the create function. So we have to now check the create function what we have done here. Now create function, here in create function, what we have done, first we are creating a temporary node. First we are creating a temporary node in any place, in temporary node. Let's say this is a temporary node. Okay, means when we are creating a temporary node, means temporary means it will have an address in memory. If we put this address in the root node, it will be our root node. If we put this address to the root, right, to the root variable, then it will be our first node, because this node, address of this node is assigned to the root, so it will be our root node, right? So here what we are doing, we are allocating a memory from the allocating a memory in allocating a space in the memory, right? Which function we will be using to allocate a memory at runtime? Since it is a dynamic memory allocation, you know there is a specific function in C, library function, which we need to take help of. What is that? Malloc function. I think you have heard about this function malloc. It allocates a memory runtime, malloc function. Have you heard this function, name of the function? Yeah.
শুনেছিলাম।
So with the help of malloc function, we are allocating the space in the memory. How we are doing that? Here we are calling a function. This is also our function get node. I have given the name get node. So through get node function, we are creating that, we are allocating that memory. So the moment we have got the get node, means create function calling another function get node. I told you main calls every function. Like that, any other function can call another function. Here main function calls the create function. Now create function calls the get node function. Means get node function is not directly called by main. Here it is indirectly called by main through the create function. Okay. Now we have to check the get node function what we have done. Here I have merged three statements into one statement. You can split this statement into three statements. What we have done here, through the malloc function. Malloc is a function which resides in stdlib.h or stdio.h. It depends. Okay. So in this header file or corresponding library file, this malloc function is there available. Okay. So I am taking the help of malloc function. And you know the malloc, after malloc, if you put a number, a numeric number, that number of bytes will be allocated in the memory. So I have to create a space, I have to allocate a space of the size node, because I am going to create a node dynamically. Okay. So what will be the size of the node? It depends on the operating systems. I told you that it is not always true that integer data takes 2 bytes. It is only valid for the Windows operating system. In case of Fedora or Linux, integer takes 4 bytes, float takes 8 bytes, just double. Okay. So we will not put any constant numeric data for the allocating of the memory. Rather, we will leave it to the operating system to calculate the size. How to do that? To the size of operator. Size of is also a keyword of the C by itself, which implies which is used to calculate the size of a type. Here what type will be, if you put this size of int for the Windows, it will return 2 bytes. For the Fedora, it will return 4 bytes. So it is not always that our program will be executed in the Windows operating system always. It may run under Android or it may run under Fedora, right? So we should leave it to the operating system. According to its memory management, it will allocate the memory. So that's why it should be generic. So here I have written size of struct node. Whatever node size will be allocated by the operating system, that will be returned by the size of operator. So malloc is returning this size. What size? What size is required for allocating a node, a single node? Got it? So malloc
Yes,
size,
sir.
after it is being created, the next task is the function should return the base address of this node. After it is being allocated in the memory, the get node function will return its address, because we need this one, no? For the first node we will assign here, for the second node we will assign here, for third node we have to assign here also. So it is required always for each and every node, right? So get node function has the responsibility to return this address of this node which we have just created. So in our get function we have done so, ndptr return type. That's why this ndptr I have put in a bracket, then malloc size of start node, and eventually the get node function. So what the get node function is doing? Get node function is first allocating a size on the memory for the node, creating the node. It is allocating a size in the node, means it is creating and means allocating a memory. Creating means allocating the node in the memory, right? Allocating a space. And after the space is allocated, the address of that space, means base address of that space will be returned by the get node function. That's why return type of the get node function I have chosen ndptr. You know that here we must write uh, the return type of the function, and here in the prototype also I have written this one, ndptr get. You know all these are what? These are all the prototype. This is for the compiler, to make the compiler understand that these many these are our functions, and these are the functions we have created. The signature of the function or prototype of the function needs to be declared before main. This is a general convention. Okay. Okay. So get node function is clear, all of you.
Yes, sir.
So here, see, the moment get node function is called, it is allocating a memory of the size node and it is returning its address. So that I have assigned the temp to the get node. Means the address is assigned to temp. That's why I have written temp is get node. Means the moment get node it is returning an address, if I assign this temp assigns to get node, means temp is getting that address. That's why temp assigns to. We won't call this operator as equal to, like what we do in mathematics. Technically, it is not equal to. Technically, it is assigns to equal it, right? It is an assignment operator. Means this variable gets a value. What value this temp variable is getting? It is getting the address of a node which has just been created by the get node function, right? Okay. Means here I have, if you consider this as a temp, so temp is holding this address. So temp must be a pointer to node type structure, because temp is holding the address of a node we have just created. So temp must be an pointer to node type structure. That's why I have declared the temp as NDPTR. At the same time, for the sake of convenience, the program, we have taken another variability that we will discuss later. Why we have taken this T variable, that we will discuss later. So now the creation of the node is completed, and that node temp is getting the address of that node. Now through the temp, if we want to assign the data, whenever we will be creating a node, we will be adding a node in the list. First and foremost duty is you just complete this task. What task? The data part. You assign the data part to the node. Right now this data part is empty. I have to put the data what I have got by X in our program. This what by info. Okay, means I have sent this X, right? X is having that value which user has entered. So I'm passing the value of X, and here the info is a variable which is catching that data. So I have to assign the data part to temp arrow data, right? Because the node is having two components, data and next. So means through when you started the structure in CS201, to access the member of the structure through any structure variable, we use the dot operator, right? If you give it the name struct node is suppose X, suppose means whatever it is, suppose A or B. So A dot data or A dot next. That type this way you will be accessing these members. But here, when we want to access these members through pointer to structure, what operator we must use? Arrow operator, isn't it? There are two operators to access the member of a structure. One is dot operator, which we will use when we will be when we will be accessing the member of a node through a structure variable. But here it is not a simple structure variable. It is a structure pointed to structure variable. So to access the member of our node, to access the member of a structure here node through pointed to structure variable, we must use arrow operator. That's why we have used this arrow operator. You can write this operator. We have to press 2 key or hyphen and then greater than symbol in your keyboard. Got it? So temp arrow data means this part. We are filling this part. Temp arrow data. By what? By this info. Right. Now, when we are creating the first node, this will be our last node. Then when we are creating first of the last also. What is the value of this next variable? If it is only one, if only one node is there, so this will be the last node. What will be the value of this next variable?
Null.
Null. Null. So we are doing that one. Temp arrow next is null. So we have completed this task. We have asked data item and next. Now the next task is we have to link this temp with the list. We have to add it to the list. We have created. Now we have to list. Okay. So now then we have to for the second node also, third node also. We will be doing the same thing. So we have to know the node we are going to create. Is it the first node or not? How to understand this? How our program will understand the node we are going to add is or not? Only through the information of the root we can understand. If the root contains null at that point, so definitely we can claim there was no node list. So the node add will be our first node, right? Isn't it? So if the value of the root is null, then we can say no node was added. This will be our first node, means temp will be our first node. So with this, we are checking this. If not star r, you can this alternatives put it with the, so write this one. Root means value at address r, so that is root. Star r means root. Since r is having the address of the root, and star r means what here? Star r means what? Star r means value at address to value at. So this r means r having an address. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like that we discussed in your this class also. This one pointer to pointer I discussed in the last class. So I don't
Yes, sir.
think it should be repeated. Okay. So star I means value at address. So here value at address means root. So star I means root. So here actually we are checking whether the root is null or not. Not root. Not star I means root. So not root. Not root. Logical. It's in logical operator. Exclamation symbol. So not roots now. Only variable that variable equal to null. Okay. So not star r means star r equal to null. We are checking. If it is true, then it will be executed. Otherwise, the else part will be executed. Here, time it, because star r means is null. First, so the node point true. Find the value of the root by this value of the temp node what we have just created. This temp node. Star r means root. So temp, this root will be having the value of temp, isn't it? Then only this will be. This is for the value for the first one. Second one. Now we are going to second one. Second one. How we are going the right? We have to start from the beginning. When I becomes 2, again it will be asked for the user from user, and again node is on will only add a single node at the end of the list. Again, the second time when the create function will be called, the same task will be repeated, right? The R will be always you have to traverse from the beginning. Whatever the information, we have to traverse from the beginning always. Okay. This you can say is a disadvantage of linked list, because in array through the index number we can access directly that element. If an array is having 3 elements, we that element, but here there is no way. This is the only way out. You have to start from the beginning and you have to reach to that particular place, right? Okay. So for the time when we are going to add the second node, let's say this node, what we will do? We have to traverse from the beginning. So to traverse from the beginning, I have to reach to the end. Let's say for this node, when this third node will be adding, we have to reach here, adding this node will be function and temp will address. So we have to reach to the end of node. No. So for this, to reach to the end of node, we are definitely I have to take another loop. It will be else part. Means for the second time onwards, when we will be adding the node, we have to take the help of a loop. And here I have taken a and repeated type. Actually, means root. Why? Because we cannot move the root. We cannot change the value of the root. If we change the value of the root, the entire information of the entire list will be lost. Suppose if we replace the value of root by the second by the address of the second node, then first node will be lost, isn't it? So we should not change it. We have to keep it intact. We can assign the value to any other variable, and we can also change that value, change the value of that variable, but not exactly the value of the root, right? That's why I have taken another variable t, which is holding the value of the root, and I am moving that t to reach to the end of the list. Here I have assigned the root to a third variable t, and I have to reach to the end of the list. How to reach? How we will? This is the end of the list by this while t arrow next. While you know this is a condition. So long this condition will be true, the loop will be continued. Here t arrow next means what? This is another alternative statement of this. T arrow next means t arrow next not equal to null. So long t will not be equal to null. The loop the second time when we are going to add the second node, t arrow next value of this will be true or false. Let me ask you, for the second node to be added, this will be true or false? T arrow next.
So true.
True. What is the position of the t at present? T holds the
First loop. Oh, sir, root.
t arrow next to null.
Okay, okay, null, null, sir.
एकटाई तो नोड আছে यहाँ पे तो एक ही नोड है तो t यहाँ पे है तो t एरो नेक्स्ट null ही होगा ना अभी सेकंड नोड ऐड करने जा t एरो नेक्स्ट ऐड कोई और তাহলে এটাই t এটাই আমার রুট তো t এর নেক্সট নাল তাহলে তাহলে for the second node is not under this loop. See, had it been under this under this loop, I could have embedded this in bracket. You know that if only one statement is there in any loop, we don't need to put it under bracket. You can also put it bracket, no problem. For your convenience, let me put it under bracket so that you can okay, control X. Okay. So this is outside of loop. So this the statement only will be repeated. So long this will be true. So here the first for the second node to be added, this will be false. T arrow next is null. T arrow next is null. T arrow next is null. So this will not execute for the second node. The controller will come here. Now what we are doing? We are just t arrow next. Now the node we have already created this node and we have taken the base address of the node by temp, right? So means second node, the base address of the second node is held by the temp. And now this will be our temp. This will be our temp. Okay. So I have to assign the next value of the next with this value what temp was holding, isn't it? So how to do that? T here is here. So T arrow next is temp, isn't it? Temp is
Yes,
holding
sir.
address of the second node to be added. So how to assign? Here I have to access this through T. If I want to access this one, T arrow next, like T arrow data we good did it earlier. So T arrow next will be temp. That is what we have done. T arrow next is temp. Got it? Now for the third node, again for the third node, third node. This will be created by the get node and temp will be holding the address of the third node. So I have to reach here at the end of list. After that we will be adding this node, right? So to reach here again I have to traverse from the root node. So again the T arrow next not equal to null. The while loop will check. T arrow next not equal to null. This time it will be true. T arrow next is not equal to null because T arrow next is holding the address of the second node, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then if it is true, then if it becomes true, then I am doing what? T is T arrow next. I am moving the T. T is T arrow next means conceptually T will come here, isn't it? Initially T
Yes,
was value of root. Now T is T arrow next. T arrow next means address of the second node. Means conceptually T is coming here, T is moving here, T is T arrow next. Now again loop will check T arrow next is still true. T arrow next not equal to null, but not. This time it is false because after the second node, if the two node is added only in our list, is the T arrow next is null because third node is not yet added. We will be adding it, right? T arrow next is null. So we will reach here. Our iteration of the loop will be stopped here, isn't it? Hello.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Huh.
sir.
So again we have to do the same thing. We will assign this T arrow next with the temp. This is our temp. After the loop is completed, the control will come here. When this will be false, the loop will be stopped and the control will come here. T arrow next system. So because means this is the way we will be adding the third node also to the existing list. To the existing list. So this way we can add multiple number of nodes. Okay. Here, if I put 5, then 5 number of nodes will be added to the list. This is the create function. Okay, now display function is very simple. We are displaying the list, nothing else. We are not going to change the value of the root here. That's why we have not sent the address of the root. When we need to change the address of the root, like create function, for the first time when the node was added, the first node was added, root will be changed from null to any other value. So we pass the address of the root. But just to display the list, we don't need to change the value of the root. So we don't need to pass the address. Only we have passed the root, not the address of the root. Display function and simple interpreter variable will hold this root. Okay, this local variable r. So these are and these are is different. These are is local to this and these are is local to this. You can put in other name also, right? These are was pointed to node type structure. These are was pointed to node type structure. This is the value of the root. What we have done? Simply we will be traversing the list. While r means r not equal to null, r is holding the value of the root, r is holding the value of the root, right? While r means while r not equal to null, definitely r is not null, isn't it? R, if it is true, then R, we are displaying this data part. Again, we are reaching to the second node. We are displaying this part. Again, we are reaching to the third node. We are displaying this one. This way, we will be reaching to the end of the list, and by the time we will be displaying the data part of all the nodes present in the list. So this is what we are doing. We are displaying the data part. This is just to display. Array will look good. If you put an array between two nodes while displaying, it will look good. That's why I have put an arrow here. Percentage format specifier because integer data is integer. data is integer, isn't it? That's why format specifier will be percent d r arrow data. Then again means the first node information on the first node is displayed. Then we are moving the r is r arrow next. R comes here, R comes here, R comes here. Then R is R arrow info. Means printf R arrow data, right? Again R is R arrow next. R will move to the next node. R will come here, right? Again we are displaying this data part. Again R is R arrow next. While R, because it here at the last in the last node, R next will be null this way. Okay. R arrow null. So at the last node, when R will be null, got it? After displaying the third node, R will move here. R is R arrow next. So now R becomes null, isn't it? So loop will be stopped, because so long that R will not be equal to null, loop will be continued. The moment R will become null, loop will be stopped. But by that time we have displayed all the informations. Got it? Okay. So
Yes,
let
sir.
me the program first up to display. Then if you allow, if you can take, then I will discuss this another function add at beginning and at position. I have already written the code. I have completed the code up to add at position, though it's not yet completed, right? Another function is led from left, which will be used to delete a node. Okay, so let me execute and check, right, up to this point.
Okay, sir.
Compile and run. Let's Avast check the process whether there is a virus or not, because Avast doesn't know, na, this is our program. So for every program it will be checked anyway. Okay, so how many nodes do you want to create? Let's say I am creating 5 nodes. Enter info. For the first node I have put 10. Got it? For the second node 20. Let's say it's 30, 40, 50. The 5 nodes is completed. The information I have put, right? Now I will
Yes, sir.
it will display the list. Concentrate on the first line. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Right? How you are getting that? I told you that I have added another function at beginning. Add at beginning will do what? It will add a node before the first node. Means the node, this will be our first node. Means actually create is doing what? It is adding a node at the last. Add at beginning is a separate function. What we will discuss, or we have not discussed it. It will add a node at the beginning, just opposite of create function. Okay, so you can see. But let me ask you, does it look good? Why this arrow should come here? It should not come here, na? So
Yes, sir. Can.
how to remove this one? What modification I need to do in my code? That is your
স্যার ওটা আসছে কেন সেটাই তো
The
বুঝতে পারছি
printf
printf এর জন্য
xdir.
আসছে, তাই তো printf দেখ না, আমি প্রত্যেকবার এটা যখন ফার্স্ট নোট ক্রিয়েট করছে না, তখন তো আরোটা প্রিন্ট করে দিচ্ছে, বুঝতে পেরেছিস?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
তাই না? আমি যদি এটাকে অফ করে ধর এটাকে লাস্ট করছি, এখানে করছি, তাহলে কি হবে বলতো? এবার লাস্টে অ্যাড হয়ে যাবে,
পরে আসবে
ঠিক আছে?
পরে
আমি এটা
আসবে,
ইচ্ছা
হ্যাঁ।
করে করেছি, ইন্টেনশনালি আমি এটা রেখেছি, এটা করতেই হবে। বাট এবারে আমি তোদেরকে বলবো এটাকে অফ করতে, লজিক্যালি কি চেঞ্জ করা যায়, ভেরি ইজি, এটা কোনো কোশ্চেনই না। আমি চাই তোরা একটু চিন্তা কর আর কি, তোরা নিজেরা চেঞ্জ মডিফাই করতে পারিস কোনো প্রোগ্রামকে। এই দেখ, আমি এবার সেভ করেছি না, হ্যাঁ, কম্পাইলার,
কম্পাইল করুন।
হ্যাঁ, দাঁড়া, আওয়াজটা এখন স্ক্যান করছি। স্ক্যান করা কমপ্লিট হয়ে গেলে ও ওই সেশনের ইএক্সিটা কনসিডার করবে, এটাকে অফ করে দেবে, ঠিক আছে? এখানে এটা চলে আসে, এই দেখ, ঠিক আছে? আচ্ছা, 5, আমি 100 দিলাম, 200, 300, 400, 500। এবার দেখ লাস্টে আসবে, দেখিস লাস্টে আসছে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার
এটা তোরা অফ করবি, কি করে করতে হয় তোরা দেখবি, তোদের কোডটা দিয়ে দেবো, ঠিক আছে? বুঝলি?
ওকে স্যার
এই মেয়েগুলো কিছু বুঝতে পারছিস? হ্যালো, আমি কিছু ছাড়া
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
পাচ্ছিস? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আমি কি নেক্সট অ্যাড বিগিনিংটা আজকে বোঝানো শুরু করবো নাকি আজকে এই অবধি থাক?
স্যার এটা অবধি থাক।
4:22 ঠিক আছে, তাহলে নেক্সট ডে আমাদের নেক্সট ক্লাসে আমরা কমপ্লিট করে দেবো, বুঝলি? নেক্সট ক্লাসে
ওকে স্যার।
অ্যাড বিগিনিংটা করবো, ঠিক আছে? অ্যাড পজিশন মানে টু ইনসার্ট আর নো অ্যাট এনি পজিশন, লাইক এখানে আমরা করেছিলাম here I discussed about this the first class of the linked list. Here I am inserting and notify if a node it needs to be inserted in between this and this. Here I am inserting this at the from this node. Here this node is getting inserted at the second position, na? So I don't want to fix it. User can choose any position, right? So according to the option of the user, it will be inserted at that position, তাই না? এটা তো জেনারেট হওয়া উচিত। আমি কেন বলবো আমার 10টা নোড আছে, আমি চাই যে কোনো পজিশনে নোড ঢোকাবো। এখানে ক্রিয়েট ফাংশন মিন দ্য লাস্ট পজিশন, তো সেটা বাদ দিয়ে বিটুইন ফার্স্ট এন্ড লাস্ট এন্ড অ্যাট বিগিনিং মানে ফার্স্ট পজিশন, create মানে last position, but apart from the first and last position I can insert at any position, isn't it? So that needs to be specified by the user. সেটা আমি করবো অ্যাড পজিশন দিয়ে, তাহলে পজিশনটাকে আমাকে স্পেসিফাই করতে হবে, ইউজারকে স্পেসিফাই করতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? সেটা আমি এখানে করেছি অ্যাড পজিশন। হ্যাঁ, এটা হলো অ্যাড পজিশন, অ্যাড বিগিনিং আর ডিলিট, এটা আমি নেক্সট ক্লাসে কমপ্লিট করবো, ঠিক আছে?
ওকে স্যার।
তারপরে ডাবল লিঙ্ক লিস্ট আমি এবার থিওরিটিক্যাল পার্ট পড়াবো। তোরা যদি মনে করিস আমি ডাবল লিঙ্ক লিস্টটাও কোড দেখাবো, তোদের উপর ডিপেন্ড করছে, আমি দেখাতে পারি, ঠিক আছে? আমি ডাবল লিস্ট মানে কি বলতো, একটা বলতে একটু চিন্তা ভাবনা করে, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য ডিসঅ্যাডভান্টেজ অফ দিস লিস্ট, মানে সিঙ্গেল লিস্ট ইন কম্পারিজন টু ডাবল লিঙ্ক লিস্ট? I have not discussed double linked list. Still, from this concept, you tell me the disadvantage of the single list. What is the disadvantage? বলতে পারবি? একটা গ্রেট
দুটো অপারেশন একসাথে রান হবে?
না রে, তা ঠিক না। এখানে দেখ, প্রত্যেকটা নোডের ইনফরমেশন কিন্তু পরের নোডটা সম্বন্ধে আছে, এই নোডের ইনফরমেশনটা পরের নোডটা সম্বন্ধে আছে, এই নোডের কোনো ইনফরমেশন নেই আগের নোড সম্বন্ধে, समझे? सब नोड इंफॉर्मेशन है नेक्स्ट नोड का इंफॉर्मेशन, कौन सा नोड इसका नेक्स्ट नोड होगा, इसका पहले वाला नोड कौन सा होगा, इसका कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है। अगर इंफॉर्मेशन हम मतलब रखना चाहते हैं तो और एक आइटम ऐड करना पड़ेगा प्रेप जैसा, ताकि वो प्रीवियस नोड का भी इंफॉर्मेशन रखे, बुझते पारली? I have to add another
ওকে।
which will also take care of the previous node. So the main disadvantage is that once I can move forward, I cannot traverse back. It is very important question for your exam also, in theoretical exam also, and for the campus interview also, right? What is the advantage or what is the difference between single linked list and double linked list? This is the main disadvantage. Once we move forward, since each and every node in the single list having the information about the next node, so if we forward to the next node, we cannot get back to the previous node, right? Double list e amra ota welcome korbo, বুঝলি? Double
ওকে ওকে।
both sides, বুঝতে পারলি?
এই জন্য
এটা মেন ডিসঅ্যাডভান্টেজ আর কনস্ট্যান্ট। চল আজকে মোটামুটি অবধি থাক, দেখে নি একটু মুখ গুলা
ওকে স্যার।
লিভ করবি না, আমি অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা একবার রেকর্ড করে নি, চালিয়ে দিই, দেখি এটা আপডেট হয়েছে কিনা। পরে আসছি, দাঁড়া আরেকবারটাকে আমাকে অন করতে হবে, টিকটা মারতে হবে একবার, দাঁড়া। ঠিকটা একবার দেখি হয়েছে কিনা। হ্যাঁ, লাস্ট প্রীতম পাল এসছে, 4টে, হ্যাঁ প্রীতম পাল অ্যাড হয়েছে লাস্ট। যাই হোক, ঠিক আছে। ওকে, তাহলে I will send the material for the code You will study, you will go through the note properly, and I will suggest you to execute this program at your home. All of you are having the system at your home, no? Definitely, I think, isn't it?
Most of us, sir.
প্রত্যেকের কাছেই তো ল্যাপটপ বা আছে তো নাকি?
সবার কাছে নেই, তাও রয়েছে সবার কাছে।
যাদের কাছে নেই তারা একটু ম্যানেজ করে নিস প্রোগ্রামগুলো চালানোর জন্য। যারা আছে তারা দেখবি তারা নিজেরা সিটা ডাউনলোড করবি। ওকে, you will download this C, Dev C is a free version, free software, okay, from internet. After downloading, you can you can execute this program. You will like it, you will feel good if you okay. Chal, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
স্যার ডেপসিটা নামানোর জন্য একটা লিংক দিয়ে দিলে ভালো হতো।
হ্যাঁ,
ভালো তো।
Dev C আমি দিয়ে দেবো।
হ্যাঁ, থ্যাংক ইউ
স্যার ওটার জন্য সরি স্যার।
Okay, okay.
স্যার হ্যাঁ
Next time you have to be careful.
হ্যাঁ স্যার থ্যাংক ইউ।